Hey guys, Kara7 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Henshin Belt Deluxe DreaDriver from Kamen Gotchard. This premium Bandai exclusive is the belt used by the evil Kamen Dread to transform. This set includes a few things: the DreaDriver itself, belt straps, a belt stopper, and 6 Ride Kemi trading cards. So, let's get started. First up, we'll take a look at the 6 included Kemi cards, or rather Repli Kemi cards. Dark replicas of the cards normally used by Gotchard and its allies. First, these being the main transformation card, Repli Steamliner. So, for all of the Repli Kemis, they feature a dark color scheme compared to the normal version, as well as Repli Steamliner being unique in that it features a change in design, having this sort of iron mask over the normal face of Steamliner. Still has the level number there with a slight change in the design. You also see a difference in the design for the level meter, though it can still be paired up with with the normal card that this card would pair up with. So in this case it would pair up with Hopper 1, as this does share the barcode. On the back we have a unique design with a different background, as well as halves of Dread's face. Now we take a look at the top. You can see that there is a little bit of weathering to it, a little bit of damage, and I'll kind of get into why that is as we get further into the review. Second up is Repli Unicorn, which is actually a first look at the Fantastic type Kemis, which pair up with Cosmic type Kemis. So obviously this is a Unicorn Kemi. You can see that is a level 3. Then there's the design on the back. Following that we have Repli Dione. So again, different color scheme, but different design to it. And the other changes shown, including this kind of skeleton border going around them. Then you have Repli Bullet Bang. So there's a look at the new color scheme and the design. Repli Skibbos. And last but not least, Repli Appare Bushido. Just like that. Next up, we'll take a look at the DreaDriver on its own. So for this belt, it's got a mainly silver body with bits of red, black, as well as this kind of metallic bluish purple. It has a pretty sinister design, with a lot of cracks to it and these kind of warped and wicked looking details. You can see it has 2 little screens here, because there are 2 places to put in Kemi cards. One being here, the other being here. Actually got the scanner here, and similarly to the Gotchard gun, it's a manual scanner. This part here is a lever that can be pulled out to there, like that. This door opens up to release Kemi cards from here. On top we have this button, which will open up the hatch for the center slot. Turn around to the back, we have the back design, got the power switch and the battery compartment, and this takes, I believe, 3 or 4 AA batteries rather. Got a speaker right there. So we can switch on to get the lights and sounds. And as you can see, this continues the trend of Revice and Geats, and this is now kind of yearly multi or many LED belt. So on its own, all you can really do is open and close the lever. mean we need to bring in some cards. Next, I've brought in the Ripley Kamen cards for the transformation, but before we get to that, just want to show you guys the belt straps, which are the same as the ones that came with the Gotchard driver, just not in silver, and they connect in the back like this. It was standard fare for rider belts. So for first transformation, we'll need the Ripley Steamliner card. The way you want to do this is turn it this way and then run the card from right to left and put it in the slot here in the back and pull open the lever. There we have the transformation into Kamen Dread Type 0. And so, basically this uses a similar thing as the Deluxe Gamer Driver, where it has a set of mirrors that allows the lights, the LEDs rather, that you can see actually are on this side, to be reflected and projected on top of the card image, which I think is actually pretty cool. So from there, we can close back up the hatch for a special attack. With the basic attack being Dread Breaking. We'll now take off the straps. And then I can show you what the other slot does. So, take one of the cards, like Ripley Bullet Bang. I'll scan it in. And put it into this slot. So that is the sacrifice slot, where it drains the card of its power and then converts it into some kind of power for Dread to use. After we've done the drain, and then use special attack. Which is Blood Rain. Again, like I showed you earlier, to remove any of the cards, you can just take them out of the slot like that. And this can fit multiple cards in, up to 4. And now, while for 1 to 3 you get just one attack, or the same attack if you use 1 to 3 cards, if you use 4, then you'll get a super attack. As you can see, the scanner is not always the best. So now we do the special attack. We get Blood Sacrifice. Then we'll pull out these cards. We'll also eject out the cards from here. So, you see pressing the button, opens the hatch, and then pushes out the card. So you can then pull it out. Then we can get to Dread's other forms. So, for the next form, we need Repli Steamliner and Repli Unicorn. This gives us Dread Type 1. And you also get Dread Breaking from this form too. For form after that, we need Repli Steamliner and Repli Dione. That gives us Dread Type 2. And for the last of the forms available here, we need all three of these cards. However, that's where we get to one of the tricky things. Now, some of the videos online show you being able to put in all three cards into this, but that's actually something I would not recommend, because I have not been able to do it, and trying to do so is what has caused this damage to the tops of the cards. However, I will show you a trick to do this form with only two cards actually going into the belt. First we'll scan in Steamliner. Now, instead of fully putting into the belt, we'll just pull it in enough to make it think that the card's been put in, then remove it. Then we can use the next card. Then you can put in our final card. And that gives us Dread Type 3. From there we then get different special attacks. first one is Dread Punishment. From there, we can start using the replicating cards in the other slot. So for 1 to 3 cards, you get Blood Execution. And we can add in 4. Yeah, sometimes the card just gets a little jammed, and I don't quite know why. And that gives us Over Catastrophe. Then I'll show you guys what each different type of card does when scanned and put into the drain slot. As you kind of observe that each type seems to have its own little animation. So I brought in the level 10 Kamen cards to demonstrate that. First we have Beatlix. Exceed Fighter. And yes, the scanner is finicky at times. Cross Wizard. And Lixion. Take these ones out, and then move on to the next 4. So then you have Zegrazil. It doesn't seem to like this card very much for whatever reasons. I'm going to try to scan it off screen. Then 10 Fortress. X-Rex, and UFO X, and you can move on to the final two once I get these ones out of here. Then you have the fantastic level 10 card, which is Dragonalos. And the Cosmic level 10 Kemi, which is Gotchard. And finally, we'll bring in the Gotchard driver, as there are a pair of cards within the set that can make a form in the Gotchard driver. And while the sounds won't change, the visuals will, even just by a little bit. So there we have the transformation into a Pareskebo, but you can see the different face formed by the cards. And there we go. Overall, the DreaDriver is about that is cool in concept and design, but rather flawed in execution. I do like what they did for the LED setup, where they had the LED screen and then the whole thing of projecting it on top of the card. That is an interesting effect, and I do like that you get the different transformations and the different sounds depending on what card you put in what slot, but it's the way it goes about it that is just a little troublesome. As you would see throughout the video, the card scanner really is finicky, and I don't know why it is finicky, because they had a pretty good manual card scanner in the Gotchard gun, and I don't see why that couldn't have transferred over here. And the problem is that it's not really easy to keep the card straight and scan it through, and sometimes the card gets caught in the scanner. So, that must mean that, you might not always get a successful read on the first scan, and for some cards it might take multiple scans, even if you're trying to be careful about it. Not to mention, I do think that they should have tried to do better with the way you put in the cards, because the way it is, it does run the risk, as I've shown, of damaging the card. And I think that's actually a shame, because this belt is the only way you're going to get these specific cards in the super rare, or rather holographic kind of version, as there are common versions that were put into Raikkonen Train Card Phase 3, but those are commons. They don't have that nice holographic effect. So, it's just very much a risky belt, and one where I like it, but it's hard to give a full recommendation unless you really, really want it. So if you are a fan of Dread, I would slightly recommend trying to get this, but
A, try to get a fair price, and B, just know what you're getting into with this belt. However, that's not the last we'll see of it, as next time I'll be actually taking a look at something I didn't show in this video, which is using the Legend Rider Kami cards within the belt. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.